What's good, fellow outcasts and other rejects? It's Jack here, and welcome to the WTC, the Anime Outcasts. First things, we upload anime what ifs. Secondly, we hope you enjoy our content. If you do, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Now, let's get into the video. The open field welcomed Izuku as he walked towards it. The same white-haired man that had invited him there was nowhere to be seen. Izuku took the opportunity and had a reviving nap underneath the great oak tree. Izuku woke to a loud trio approaching the grassy area.
Izuku, where's Kakashi-sensei?
A familiar voice yelled at Izuku. Izuku rubbed his eyes, trying to stay awake and make out the figures that stared him down. Eventually he saw Naruto, a dark-haired crestfallen boy, and a jovial pink-haired little girl, who both looked around Naruto's age.
I'm here waiting for someone to test me. He's gonna make sure I'm viable to be a Chunin,
Izuku said, still being barely able to talk. The four future Chunin twiddled their thumbs until the unpunctual sensei arrived to test the aspiring ninjas. Sorry I was late. A black cat crossed my path. The delayed sensei deceitfully lied to the students, scratching the back of his head. Now, you guys have until 12 to get these 3 bells from me. If you can, you'll become Chunin. If not, you'll go back to the academy.
Kakashi sir, why are Naruto and the other two here? I thought this was my test to be a Chunin.
Izuku asked the math teacher. Actually, you're interrupting their test. I was planning on testing these 3, but the Hokage told me to test you too, so I just lumped you in with them. Kakashi said as he set an alarm to go directly off at 12. Now, ready, set. Then, Naruto leapt at Kakashi as he held a kunai trying to collect the bell, but Kakashi swiftly grabbed Naruto's hand and held his own kunai against his blonde hair. This was the moment Izuku realized how much stronger the people in this new world were. He knew it was impossible to keep up with his teacher's new speed, but he had to try. I never said go, Kakashi said as he let go of Naruto's now convulsing hand. Ready, set, go. The moody boy and the pink-haired girl both dashed into the trees, but Naruto stood his ground, deciding to take his far superior instructor on his own. Izuku dashed forward as he tried to get directly behind Kakashi, but he was trying to use Naruto's distraction to his advantage. He ran back towards Kakashi, flickering in and out of sight. He then threw his blow downwards at Kakashi's back, hoping to incapacitate him. Kakashi narrowly dodges Izuku's strike and releases a counterattack, using the same attack Izuku did just a second ago. Izuku turned around mid-air. As he crossed his arms together, he was able to repel the jab. They both back off and land in the opposite sides of the plateau. Naruto tries to grab the bells again as he went from below. Kakashi got behind him and formed his hands together into a single point. You shouldn't let your enemies behind you. 1,000 years of death, Kakashi said, simultaneously jabbing his fingers into Naruto's behind, firing him towards the creek. Izuku sprang up in the air and caught Naruto. He laid him onto the ground and got ready to fight Kakashi again. After powering up one for all, Izuku saw 3 shuriken whiz out the trees as they flew towards Kakashi. As the shuriken were about to hit Kakashi, he plucked them just with his fingers. The shuriken were left rotating on them, gradually slowing down while Kakashi was facing the other direction. Izuku quickly got behind him.
Never let your opponent get behind you, huh? Wise words from a wise teacher,
Izuku said as he roundhouse kicked Kakashi in his hindquarters. While he was down, Izuku snagged a bell, passing the test. After the clock struck 12, no one except Midoriya had been able to snag a bell from their superior instructor. Naruto was the only one who didn't get a lunch, since he stole a lunch before the clock struck 12, hoping to fight on a fuller stomach. You 3 won't have to go back to the academy, Kakashi said as he visibly grinned beneath his mask. He had successfully fooled the trinity of 12-year-olds. You 3 should quit being ninja. As their celebration ended, their sorrow started. Kakashi had ripped the candy from their mouths and put a cactus in its place. You 3 showed no teamwork, completely disregarding each other. Izuku, on the other hand, showed teamwork, saving Naruto from his fall into the lake, instead of heading straight at me and letting him fall. Kakashi said, I'll give you 3 one more chance, but I'm going to make it a lot harder. You only get 3 hours to get a bell. Eat to build up strength, except for Naruto. He doesn't get to eat because he broke the rules. If you feed him, you'll be disqualified. Oh, and Izuku, you passed. Come with me. Izuku followed Kakashi into the forest, unknown of what his intentions were. Kakashi stood behind a tree and advised Izuku to do the equivalent. They started talking about Izuku's skill and how he'll probably be appointed Chunin rank. Then, Kakashi gave the chakra affinity test to Midoriya. Try to focus your energy into the paper, like how you focus your energy around your body during that strength enhancement jutsu. Kakashi explained to Izuku. That'll help us find your chakra nature, and which jutsu you can learn. Izuku tried to focus his spirit into the paper, but the paper was a carbon copy of the paper before. Izuku grunted at the failed attempt and delivered the paper back to Kakashi. That's fine, you just need to learn chakra control. Come here tomorrow and I'll help you with that. But I think your strength enhancement is enough to make you a Chunin. I'll have a talk with Lord Hokage. I'm sure he'll say yes. Also, get some different clothes. The ones you're wearing are laughable. Kakashi said. Afterward, he held out what seemed to be a 2,000 yen bill.
Thank you, Kakashi-sensei,
Izuku blurted out as he bowed over and over again. Kakashi continued to pass the 3 Chunin for feeding Naruto while he was tied down, because they showed teamwork even though they were threatened. The next day, Izuku brought some casual clothing and some clothing for ninja missions. His casual outfit sported a light grey hoodie, a black shirt, and some dark grey pants that were rolled up to show his ankles. His ninja outfit was a lot like his hero costume. He had paid a tailor to make changes to the initial outfit to fit in with the rest of the village. The new clothing lost the veil, knee pads, elbow pads and gauntlets, but kept the design and overall look. Deku's girdie was also replaced with a bag chock full of kunai and shuriken. He even ended up threatening the tailor for trying to touch his shoes. Izuku strutted up to the same field he had yesterday, yet he was met by his sensei, Kakashi Hatake, unlike their last assemblage. Today, I'll be teaching you some fundamentals on chakra, Kakashi said as he greeted Izuku with a slight wave of his hand. Kakashi proceeded to give Izuku meditation practices and some visual chakra training. This aided Izuku into bringing out his chakra, and commanded. They spend another 24 hours honing Izuku's skills, and getting him on par with Naruto and Sasuke in terms of chakra control. Kakashi handed Izuku a piece of paper just as he did before. Now, with all this training, I hope you can finally take this chakra nature test, Kakashi said as he handed Izuku a piece of paper. Izuku once again focused his chakra into the paper as he grabbed it with both of his worn out hands. The wind around Izuku slightly started blowing as the paper he had in his hands tore in a straight line, right down the middle. Thanks Outcasts and Rejects for watching to the end of this video. If this video gets 20 likes, we'll continue this what if. But if we get 50 likes, we'll upload it this week. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video to get the next part early. But wait, don't leave yet, I've got my own YouTube channel, Jack Animations. I make dumb cartoons and other stupid stuff, so if you're into that, check it out, link in description. Bye!